last week I watched a whole movie in Spanish, no subtitles.
And?
I understood almost everything. The jokes, the plot, all of it.
Impressive, honestly.
Thanks. But then right after the movie, a Spanish friend called me.
And?
She just said, "Hey, how was your weekend?" And I froze.
What did you actually say back?
Honestly, nothing for a few seconds. Just silence.
And then?
Then finally, it was good. Yes, good. That was it.
Completely froze.
Completely. My brain understood the question perfectly, but nothing came out of my mouth.
That's such a strange feeling, isn't it?
So strange. I could understand a whole movie, but not one simple question.
I know this feeling so well, actually, from learning Spanish myself.
Really?
Really. I can read a Spanish news article, no problem at all.
But
If someone asks me a question in person, my mind just goes blank.
the words are in there somewhere.
They really are. They just won't come out when I need them.
This happens to so many English learners too, by the way.
Understanding English perfectly, but freezing the moment they need to speak.
It's such a specific, frustrating kind of stuck.
You're not lazy. You're not bad at languages.
You just haven't trained the right skill yet, honestly.
So today, let's actually talk about why this happens.
And what you can actually do about it, starting today. And before we get into it, we want to say something quickly.
We really want to help you actually speak English, not just understand it.
That's honestly the whole reason we make these episodes.
So if that's your goal too, subscribe to the channel.
That way, you can watch your English actually grow, episode by episode.
And if this video is useful, please hit that like button too.
It genuinely helps more learners find this channel and this episode.
Okay, thank you. Now let's really get into it. Let's start with the basic question, why does this happen?
Understanding and speaking are actually two different skills.
Different how? They both use the same words.
True, but your brain uses them in completely different ways.
Explain that a bit more.
Understanding is passive. You just recognize words you already know.
And speaking?
Speaking is active. You have to build the words yourself in real time.
So it's not really about knowledge at all.
Not really, no. It's about a completely different skill.
Give me an example.
Okay, think about a song you know really well.
Sure, I've got one in my head right now.
You recognize it instantly. Every word, every note, every pause.
But could I actually play it on a piano?
Probably not, right? Recognizing a song and playing it are two different skills.
That's such a good comparison, honestly.
Understanding English is like recognizing the song.
And speaking is like actually playing it yourself.
Exactly. You need real practice for that second skill.
Not just more listening.
Right. More listening makes the first skill stronger, not the second one.
So a lot of learners are training the wrong muscle.
Honestly, yes, without even realizing it.
They watch more shows, read more articles,
And their understanding keeps growing.
but their speaking stays exactly where it was.
Exactly, because that muscle was never actually trained.
That's such an important thing to realize, honestly.
It really is. It's not about knowing more words.
It's about using the words you already have.
Exactly that.
Can I ask something? Does this connect to how we learned languages at school?
Oh, definitely. School usually focuses on grammar tests and reading.
Not really on actual conversation.
Right. You could get a perfect grade and still freeze in a real conversation.
That happened to me with French, actually, years ago.
Really?
Really. Top grades in class, and then on a trip to Paris, total silence.
That's such a common story, honestly.
It felt so strange, though. Like the grades meant nothing suddenly.
They meant something, just not that skill specifically.
So school built my understanding mostly.
Exactly. And left the speaking muscle mostly untrained.
Which is really nobody's fault, honestly, just how many classrooms work.
Right. And it's exactly why we're focusing on speaking today.
Can I ask something else, actually? Does age matter here at all?
People always ask this, honestly.
And what's the actual answer?
Age makes pronunciation a bit harder sometimes. That part is true.
But not speaking itself?
Not really, no. Adults can actually learn faster than kids in some ways.
How? That surprises me a little.
Adults already understand grammar, patterns, structure from their first language.
So we're not starting from zero.
Not at all. We're just missing speaking practice specifically, not ability.
That's honestly reassuring for anyone who thinks it's too late for them.
It's genuinely never too late, only under-practiced in this one specific skill.
Does this gap ever fully close, actually, or does it always exist a little?
Honestly, it usually shrinks a lot, but it rarely disappears completely.
Even for very advanced speakers.
Even then, sometimes, understanding usually stays just slightly ahead of speaking.
So that's not actually a failure.
Not at all. It's just how these two skills naturally work.
That takes some pressure off, honestly.
It really should. You're not chasing a perfect, equal gap, just a smaller one.
Let's talk about the actual reasons this happens.
Reason one, most learners spend way more time listening and reading than speaking.
That makes sense. Listening feels easier, less scary.
Exactly. You can listen for hours alone with zero pressure.
But speaking needs another person, usually.
Or at least your own voice, out loud, in real time.
And that feels a lot riskier.
It really does. There's no pause button in a real conversation.
You can't rewind a person either.
No, you really can't.
Reason two, then.
Reason two, translating in your head. This slows almost everyone down.
What do you mean exactly?
You think of a sentence in your own language first.
And then?
Then you try to translate it into English, word by word.
That takes forever.
It really does. And by the time you finish, the conversation has already moved on.
I do this constantly with Spanish, honestly.
Give me an example.
Someone asks me something simple, and I start translating in my head.
And?
By the time I'm ready, they've already moved to a new topic.
That's so common. Most learners do this. It's actually a normal stage.
A stage, though, not a permanent problem.
Not permanent at all. We'll talk about how to move past it.
Good. Reason three?
Fear of mistakes. This one is huge, honestly.
How does that actually stop people?
Your brain checks the sentence for mistakes before you even say it.
Like a little editor inside your head.
Exactly like that. And if it's not perfect?
You just don't say it at all.
Right. Silence feels safer than a mistake.
Safer, but not actually helpful.
Not helpful at all, unfortunately.
Can I add a smaller reason, too, actually?
Go on.
Sometimes it's just tiredness. Speaking a new language takes real energy.
More energy than listening, definitely.
Right. Your brain is working hard, translating and building, all at once.
So, by the evening, after a long day, speaking feels twice as hard.
Exactly. It's not always about fear. Sometimes it's just fatigue.
That's such a good point, actually. People forget that part.
Reason four, then?
Simple lack of practice, real speaking practice, specifically.
Not just studying grammar rules.
Right. Grammar rules live in your head. Speaking lives in your mouth.
That's such a strange way to say it, but it makes sense.
It really is a physical skill, too, not just a mental one.
Like learning to swim, actually.
How do you mean?
You can read about swimming for years.
But you'd still sink the first time.
Exactly. Your body just hasn't learned the movement yet.
That's such a good comparison. Speaking works the same way.
What does this actually feel like in the moment?
Your heart can race, just like we talked about in our stress episode.
Right, the same alarm system.
Exactly the same one. Your body treats speaking as a small threat.
Even though nothing dangerous is actually happening.
Nothing at all, but your body doesn't always know that.
And then simple words just disappear.
They really do. Words you use every single day, gone.
I've forgotten the word umbrella in Spanish during actual rain.
That's such a perfect example.
Standing there, getting wet, unable to say umbrella.
What did you actually do?
I just pointed at the sky and said, the rain thing.
And they understood you.
They did, actually. It worked fine.
See, that's a perfect example of what we'll talk about later.
Anxiety makes it harder to think clearly.
Which then makes you even more anxious.
The exact same loop from our last episode.
And it can feel embarrassing too, honestly.
It really can in the moment.
but almost every learner goes through this.
Every single one.
Every single one at some point, you're not alone in it.
Even people who sound confident now?
Especially them, actually. They just kept going through it anyway.
Can we talk about the silent period, actually? I've heard that term before.
Yes, good one. It's actually a real studied thing.
What is it exactly?
A stage where you understand a lot, but you're not speaking much yet.
Like small children, actually, learning their first language.
Exactly like that. Babies listen for months before their first real word.
They're not lazy, they're just building understanding first.
Right, and adult learners go through a version of that too.
So the silent period isn't actually a problem.
Not a problem at all. It's a normal, expected stage.
But it shouldn't last forever either.
Right, that's the key part. It's a stage, not a final destination.
So how do you know when to actually move past it?
Honestly, you don't wait for a feeling. You just start on purpose.
Even a little uncomfortable.
Even uncomfortable, yes. That's actually how you leave the silent period.
Is there a way to know if you're actually stuck in it too long, too?
Good question. A rough sign, honestly, is months without any real attempt.
Not perfect speaking, just any real attempt at all.
Right. Even one awkward sentence a week counts as leaving the stage.
So it's really about the attempt, not the result.
Exactly. The attempt is the whole thing that actually builds the skill.
I actually made myself a small rule about this back when I was learning Spanish.
Oh yeah? What was the rule?
1 sentence a day. Minimum. Didn't matter how bad it was.
Did you actually stick to it?
Most days, yes. Some days it was just, the coffee is hot, to myself in the kitchen.
Honestly, that still counts. That's still you choosing to speak instead of staying silent.
Right, and after a few weeks, 1 sentence turned into 2 without me really noticing.
That's exactly how it works. Small, boring, repeated choices, not one big... Okay, let's talk about what actually helps.
Finally, give me something real.
First one, talk to yourself in English.
Out loud.
Out loud, yes. Even alone in your room.
Doesn't that feel strange?
A little at first, but it removes all the pressure.
How does it actually help, though?
It builds the speaking muscle without anyone judging you.
Give me an example.
Narrate your morning. I'm making coffee. It's a bit cold today.
Just describing normal things.
Exactly. Simple sentences out loud about your actual life.
I actually do this with Spanish now, honestly.
Really?
Really, I talk to my cat in Spanish.
Does your cat understand?
Not even a little. But my mouth is learning the words.
That's exactly the point. Your cat doesn't need to understand.
And it connects to our self-talk episode too, actually.
It really does. Same idea, just in a new language now.
I've got this, but in English, for our listeners.
Exactly that. Say it out loud right now if you want.
Try it. Even quietly.
Second tip, shadowing.
What's shadowing exactly?
You listen to a short sentence, then repeat it out loud, immediately.
Copying the exact words?
Copying the words and the rhythm and the sounds too.
Like an actor learning lines.
Exactly like that. You're training your mouth, not just your brain.
Does it need to be perfect?
Not at all. Just keep going, sentence by sentence.
What should someone actually shadow?
Anything short and clear. A podcast, a show, even this episode.
How long should someone actually do this?
Even 5 minutes a day makes a real difference, honestly.
5 minutes feels manageable.
That's the whole point. Small and consistent beats big and rare.
Third tip?
Learn chunks, not just single words.
What do you mean by chunks?
Whole phrases used together as one piece.
Give me an example.
I was wondering if, or to be honest.
Instead of building that sentence word by word.
Exactly. You just grab the whole phrase ready to use.
That saves so much time in your head.
It really does. No translating, no building, just one piece ready to go.
Where do you actually learn these chunks?
From listening. From podcasts like this one, honestly.
So listening still matters.
It matters a lot, just not only listening.
Fourth tip then?
Lower your standard on purpose.
What does that actually mean?
Stop aiming for a perfect sentence. Aim for an understood sentence.
Even with mistakes.
Even with mistakes. I go store yesterday still communicates the idea.
It's not perfect grammar.
No, but the other person understands you completely.
And that's actually the real goal.
That's the real goal. Communication first, perfect grammar later.
I really needed to hear that, honestly.
A lot of learners do.
Fifth tip, then?
Practice with low pressure, not with your hardest critic first.
What do you mean?
Talk to a language exchange partner or another learner at your own level.
Not immediately with a native speaker.
Not immediately, no. Build confidence first with someone patient.
That feels a lot less scary.
It really is less scary, and it still builds real speaking muscle.
Where do people actually find these low-pressure partners?
Language exchange apps, honestly. There are quite a few good ones now.
You talk to someone learning your language, and they help with English.
Exactly, a fair trade. Everyone's a beginner at something in that room.
That actually makes it feel a lot more equal.
It really does. Nobody's judging because everyone's practicing too.
Sixth tip, then?
Record yourself speaking sometimes.
Record myself. That sounds a bit uncomfortable.
It is, honestly, at first.
Why do it, then?
You hear your real progress over time, not just how you feel in the moment.
I actually did this once with Spanish.
And?
The first recording was rough, honestly. Really rough.
And a few months later?
Noticeably better. I could actually hear the difference myself.
That's such good proof, though, when you doubt yourself.
It really is proof that the small practice was actually working.
One more tip, actually, a seventh one.
Go on.
Ask questions, not just answers.
What do you mean by that?
Asking a question is often easier than answering one.
Why easier?
Because you control the sentence. You're not reacting under pressure.
So practicing questions builds confidence, too.
Exactly. And it keeps a real conversation moving forward.
I never really thought about that, honestly.
Most learners only practice answering. Try flipping that sometimes.
Eighth tip, actually. The last one.
Go on.
Use Lou words in a sentence out loud right after you learn them.
Not just writing them on a flashcard.
Right. Flashcards help you recognize a word, not use it.
So say it in your own real sentence.
Exactly. Overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed at work today.
One real sentence, and the word actually becomes yours.
Not just something you'd recognize in a book.
Exactly the difference between passive and active again.
It really connects back to everything else we said today.
It does. Every tip today moves a word from passive to active.
Can we talk about pronunciation too, actually, or is that separate?
Good question. People often mix those two worries.
Worried about pronunciation and worried about vocabulary at the same time.
Right, but they're really different problems.
How so?
Pronunciation is about sound. Vocabulary is about having the words at all.
And most freezing is actually about the second one.
Usually, yes. You're not searching for the right sound.
You're searching for the sentence itself.
Exactly. So don't let pronunciation worries stop you from even trying.
Even an imperfect accent still communicates clearly.
Completely clearly, honestly. Focus on the words first.
Pronunciation improves naturally the more you actually speak.
It really does, almost on its own over time.
One more small tip, actually, before we move on.
Go on.
Smile a little when you speak, even if you feel nervous.
Does that actually change anything physically?
It really does. It slightly relaxes your face and your voice.
I've never thought about that, honestly, but it makes sense.
Try it silently right now, actually, just for a second.
Okay, I just did. It really does feel different.
There's actually a reason for that, I think. A tense body makes a tense voice.
That's true. When I'm nervous, my shoulders go straight up to my ears.
Same here, honestly. And then my sentences come out short and clipped.
So relaxing your body a little can actually relax your English too?
Exactly. It's not just a mental thing, it's a physical one as well.
Good tip. Small, but it actually makes a real difference.
Quick pause here, everyone.
If this episode is helping you, please hit that like button.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel too.
It really helps more English learners find these episodes.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let's clear up a few myths now about speaking English.
I like this part. Give me the first one.
Myth 1. You need perfect grammar before you can speak.
Is that actually false?
Completely false. Native speakers make grammar mistakes too,
honestly.
All the time, actually.
All the time. Waiting for perfect grammar means waiting forever.
I know people who've waited years for that ready feeling.
And it usually never actually comes, honestly.
Myth 2, then.
Myth 2. Silence means you're not ready yet.
I actually believed this one for a long time.
Most learners do, honestly, but it's backward.
Backwards how?
You get ready by speaking, not before speaking.
So speaking creates the readiness?
Exactly, not the other way around.
Myth 3?
Native speakers judge every single mistake you make.
Do they, though?
Almost never, honestly. Most people just want to understand you.
They're focused on the message.
Exactly, not the grammar. Think about it from the other side.
What do you mean?
If someone spoke to you in broken Russian, would you judge them?
No, honestly, I'd just be happy they were trying.
Exactly. Most people feel the same way about you.
That's actually really reassuring, honestly.
Myth 4, then.
Go on.
You have to think in English immediately, from day one.
Isn't that the goal eventually, though?
Eventually, yes, but it's the last step, not the first one.
So translating in your head first is actually okay?
Completely okay at the beginning. It's a normal stage, like we said.
And it gets faster with practice.
Much faster. Eventually, it happens almost automatically.
So the goal isn't to skip the stage.
Right. The goal is to move through it with real practice.
One more myth, actually, a fifth one.
Go for it.
You need to live in an English-speaking country to actually speak well.
Ugh, that's such a common one.
Is it actually true, though?
Not at all. It helps, sure, but it's not required.
What actually matters more?
Regular speaking practice wherever you are.
Even from your own bedroom?
Even from your own bedroom, honestly. Consistency matters more than location.
You actually learned French without living in France, right?
Right. Mostly from home, with occasional trips.
How did you actually get from understanding to speaking?
Honestly, the shadowing tip made the biggest difference for me.
Really? That specific one?
Really, I shadowed short clips every morning for months.
Did it feel slow at first?
Painfully slow, honestly. I felt silly talking to my phone.
But
one day, a real sentence just came out on its own.
no translating first.
No translating at all. It just appeared naturally.
That must have felt amazing, honestly.
It really did, like actual proof that the boring practice was working.
So the silent, awkward months actually mattered.
They mattered enormously, even though it didn't feel like progress at the time.
Did you ever want to just quit, honestly, during those months?
Almost every week, actually.
What kept you going then?
Mostly just this idea, understanding was already there, so speaking felt possible too.
You just needed to actually train it.
Exactly. It wasn't a talent problem, it was a practice problem.
That's such a useful way to think about it, honestly.
It really is, for English learners listening right now too.
Do you remember the exact sentence, actually? The first real one?
Sort of. Something small about the weather, of all things.
The weather, of
Right.
course.
Nothing dramatic, just a normal little comment without thinking first.
But it still felt huge to you in that moment.
It felt enormous, honestly. Like a door had quietly opened. Well, let's try a real scenario together.
Okay,
Imagine someone suddenly asks you a question in English.
right now, out of nowhere.
Exactly. And your mind goes completely blank.
What do you actually do in that moment?
First, pause. A short pause is completely normal.
It doesn't need to be instant.
Not at all. Even native speakers pause sometimes.
Second thing?
Use a filler phrase. That's a good question. Or, let me think.
That buys you a little time.
A little time, and it sounds completely natural too.
Third thing?
Simplify your answer. Don't reach for a perfect, complex sentence.
Just say the simple version.
Exactly. I think maybe it's difficult, still communicate something real.
Better than saying nothing at all.
Much better. Silence teaches you nothing. A messy sentence teaches you a lot.
Fourth thing, then?
If you still forget a word, describe it instead.
Describe it how.
Like your umbrella story. The thing you use when it rains.
That actually works.
It really does.
People usually understand and sometimes even help you.
Fifth thing, actually.
Ask for help directly. How do you say, is a perfectly normal question?
Native speakers don't mind that at all.
Not at all. Most people find it genuinely nice, actually.
So the goal is just to keep the conversation moving.
Exactly that. Moving forward, imperfectly, beats freezing completely.
Let's actually practice this together, quickly.
Good idea. Someone asks you, what do you do for work?
Okay, that's a good question. Let me think. Pause. I work in an office with computers.
See? Not perfect, but completely clear.
And it felt manageable, honestly, not scary at all.
That's really the whole point of practicing this way.
Let's try one more, actually. Small talk, this time.
Okay. Someone says, nice weather today, isn't it?
Yes, really nice. Better than yesterday. Simple, but it works.
See, small talk doesn't need complex grammar at all.
Just a real reaction, honestly.
One more then. Ordering food at a restaurant.
Someone asks, what would you like to order?
I'll have this one, please. Even just pointing at the menu helps.
Combined with a few words.
Exactly. You don't need a perfect sentence to order lunch.
These little scenarios feel so much less scary, honestly, once you practice them.
That's the whole idea. Familiar situations practiced in advance.
One more, actually. A video call for work.
Oh, that one feels extra scary for a lot of people.
Why especially scary?
The camera, the pressure, everyone watching all at once.
So what actually helps there?
Write down 2 or 3 key phrases before the call.
Not a whole script.
No, just key phrases ready if your mind goes blank.
Like our sticky note tip from last episode.
Exactly the same idea, just for a new situation.
And the breathing trick right before you join the call?
Always. A calmer body walks into that call a lot more ready.
One last scenario, actually. Meeting someone new at an event.
Ooh, that one feels intense too, honestly. Introductions especially.
What actually helps there?
Prepare one simple opener in advance. Hi, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
One sentence, ready to go, before you even walk in.
Exactly. After that, the conversation usually just carries itself forward.
The hardest part is really just that very first sentence.
Always. Everything after that first sentence gets noticeably easier.
It's funny, actually. All these scenarios have basically the same secret.
They really do. One small prepared sentence, and then momentum takes over.
So learners don't need 100 scripts memorized for every situation.
No, just a handful, for the situations you actually run into most.
That feels a lot more manageable than trying to prepare for everything.
Much more manageable, and honestly, much more realistic too.
Some days, speaking still feels really hard, though, even with all of this.
True, honestly, that's completely normal too.
I actually had one recently, honestly, with Spanish.
What happened?
I just felt tired, and every sentence felt heavy.
Even simple ones?
Even simple ones. My brain just didn't want to switch languages that day.
So what did you actually do?
I only said one sentence, out loud, to my cat again.
And that was enough?
It was enough, honestly. I didn't force a whole conversation.
That's exactly the right move, actually.
What do we actually do on days like that?
Same 3 things from our last episode, really.
Accept it first.
Right. Speaking feels hard today, instead of fighting the feeling.
Do less, then, not more.
Exactly. Maybe just one short sentence today, not a whole conversation.
And be kind to yourself, third.
Always. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to a learner friend.
Not, why can't I speak?
Just, this is hard right now, and that's okay.
And you can use our self-talk phrases here too, honestly.
Exactly. I've got this, even before one small sentence.
Even if the sentence isn't perfect.
Especially if it isn't perfect, that's completely fine.
Let's talk about the breathing trick too, actually, from our last episode.
It works here too?
It really does, right before you speak. Try it.
In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4.
Exactly that. It calms your body down just a little.
And a calmer body means clearer thinking.
Right, the same idea as before, just used in a new moment.
I actually used it before a phone call in Spanish recently.
And
It helped, honestly. Not perfectly, but noticeably.
that's really all we're asking for, though. Noticeably better, not perfect.
Small steps again.
Always small steps.
Can I add one more thing here, actually, about mindset specifically?
Go on.
Try thinking of speaking as practice, not as a test.
A test has a pass or fail.
Right, and practice just has attempts and slow improvement.
That's a much kinder way to see it, honestly.
It really is, and kinder usually means you actually keep going.
Let's talk about setbacks, too, actually. Bad conversations happen.
They really do, even to advanced speakers.
What if a conversation just goes badly, honestly?
It happens. You freeze or you say something wrong, and it feels bad.
What do you actually do afterward?
Don't quit speaking because of one hard conversation.
One bad moment doesn't erase all the previous practice.
Exactly. One bad day doesn't undo months of small, honest progress.
That's such an important reminder, honestly.
It really is. Progress isn't a straight line for anyone, ever.
I actually had a genuinely bad conversation once in Spanish on the phone.
What happened?
I completely misunderstood the person and gave a totally wrong answer.
Embarrassing, honestly, in the moment.
Very embarrassing. But I called someone else the very next day in Spanish again.
That's the important part, really. You didn't just stop there.
Right. One bad call almost meant nothing a week later.
Let's talk about daily practice, too, actually. What does that look like?
It doesn't need to be complicated, honestly.
Give me a simple version.
5 minutes of talking to yourself in the morning.
About what, exactly?
Your day, your plans, your coffee, anything at all.
And shadowing later?
Yes, maybe 5 minutes with a short video or a podcast.
10 minutes total, really.
10 minutes every day adds up so much over a few months.
More than one long session once a week?
Much more, honestly. Small and consistent beats big and rare every time.
We really said that in the last episode, too.
Because it's true for almost everything, honestly.
Consistency over intensity.
Exactly that.
We could also add a weekly challenge, actually. Something fun.
Like what?
One new phrase every week, used in 3 real sentences.
Out loud, not just written down.
Always out loud. Writing trains a different skill, remember.
That's such a manageable goal, honestly. Just one phrase.
Small goals stick. Big goals usually just get abandoned.
And once a week, maybe try one real conversation too.
With a partner or an exchange app.
Right, just once, to actually use what you practiced.
That's a really realistic plan, honestly. Nothing overwhelming.
That's the whole idea, something you can actually keep doing.
And maybe track it, too, honestly. Like our journaling tip from before.
A simple list of small speaking wins.
Exactly. Talk to myself for 5 minutes. Said one sentence to a stranger.
Small, but real, and actually written down somewhere.
Right. And after a month, look back at that list.
You'll probably be surprised, honestly, by how much is actually there.
Almost always. Progress hides itself until you actually write it down.
Okay, quick recap before we go.
Understanding and speaking are 2 different skills, not one.
Understanding is passive, speaking is active.
We talked about talking to yourself out loud every day.
Shadowing to train your mouth, not just your brain.
Learning chunks instead of building sentences word by word.
Lowering your standard from perfect to understood.
Practicing with low pressure first before harder conversations.
Recording yourself to actually see your progress.
And asking questions too, not just practicing answers.
We also talked through a real scenario. How do you talk to someone in the real world? What sounds or phrases do you use if you don't know what to say? We discussed that.
And on hard days, accept it, do less, be kind to yourself.
plus the breathing trick and our self-talk phrases from last time.
This episode really connects to our last one, honestly.
It really does. Speaking anxiety and general anxiety work the same way.
Same body, same alarm system, just a new situation.
Exactly that.
And remember, the silent period is normal, but it isn't permanent.
You leave it by speaking, not by waiting for a feeling.
One small sentence said out loud today.
That's really worth more than another hour of listening alone.
Not instead of listening, just alongside it, honestly.
Both skills trained on purpose together.
Exactly. That's really the whole message of today's episode.
If today's episode helped, remember to subscribe as we said earlier.
And tell us in the comments, what's the hardest part of speaking for you?
We genuinely read every comment.
One more tip for your listening practice specifically.
Go on.
Listen to this episode again tomorrow and try shadowing a few sentences from it.
That's actually real practice, not just more listening.
Exactly the point of today's whole episode, honestly.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
Take care of yourselves and keep speaking, imperfectly, every single day.
See you in the next episode.
Bye!
Bye, everyone.